Alright, so I gotta go pick up my medication. I got it now. Yeah, of course they want me to get it, but I need it, so I gotta go pick it up. Right? So this is what these criminals do. Alright, so after I did the video about how I didn't hear from Walgreens, because usually at the beginning of the month, you know, when my prescription's supposed to be refilled, you know, they'll call me and say, hey, you know, you got prescription refills coming up, such and such. So I didn't hear from them for about a week and a half. Yes. Right? And then finally, after I uploaded a video talking about it, about 2 days later, I get a call from Walgreens about my prescription. So I came the other day to get it filled, but you know, I had to wait. So I was like, I gotta go with my daughter. So
pastors, evangelists, and missionaries.
I ended up leaving.
Saturday, August the 6th. August the 6th is the big day for unity and power.
So I'm picking up
Let
today.
us unite police and community. Unite police, the people.
Yeah.
United policy maker and the community.
You see this
Is
bullshit
and power.
that
Come
they
on
be
down.
preaching?
Bring your gift
The
and your
insurmountable
talent.
amount of
Saturday,
evidence.
August the 6th. The big
Of
weekend.
evidence of police corruption, police,
The biggest unity.
you know, criminalizing, particularly us black people. They're talking about unite with the police. See, this is what they use the church for. See, they understand how black people, how they think and how they've been conditioned. They talk about unity war. Black people are the most divided people on this fucking planet. But they talk about unity. They don't believe in unity. Please, these same people, they preach about unity and they'll do things to each other and they talk about unity. Please, like, stop with the bullshit. All right, I gotta go. As soon as I walk into the Walgreens, dude's standing at the side, you know, cross his path in front of me. So I'm like, okay, yeah, look at this shit, yeah. So anyhow, yeah, I'm recording. I'm recording. Why they got the lights flashing? Look. Walk in here, they got the alarm lights flashing silent. Look. Look, they're all flashing. Look. Oh man. It's like whenever I'm by Pam at night, there's a building that you can see off in the distance. Well, not really that. It's about maybe like 2 blocks away, but it's a pretty tall building. And at night sometimes when I get up to go get a drink of water or something to eat because I might be hungry, the building, the lights in the building will always be flashing like this. Okay? Yeah. You know why? I'll tell you guys why. I guess they can't use the fire trucks today. You know, they've been exposed. You know, like I said, every time I go get my medication, they don't want me to. You know? See, this is how they'll send you subliminal message. They're going to start targeting if you don't get your medication. All this shit, but if you don't get your medication, the situation is going to get worse. Right? Like my headaches is going to, whenever I have headaches, in the way that I have them, okay, it's going to get worse. And if I have any illness and I get take my medication, it's going to get worse. But this is going to psychologically condition your mind to do things that is going to be detrimental to your health, to your well-being. Understand our program, how we do the program. Look. Trying to be sneaky. Walk in front of the shirt, safety first. Safety first. Look at this. Yo, that shit is so funny. They talk about safety, but yeah, these people, you know, you go out to eat, they poison your food, right? They steal your meal. Right? Oh, I guess I'm gonna miss this.
It's gonna be great.
Right? So they always talk about safety first. I can tell how ridiculous they sound. They sound so stupid. Right? Because when you look at the reality, look at the homeless people. So when you look at the reality of it, they're not about safety. Okay? But again, it is what they want you to believe. Okay? And we saw this during the pandemic, right? We saw this during the pandemic. Okay, they talk about safety first, but what happened? Some of them believe in herd immunity. They believe in exposing people, more people they expose to the COVID virus. Right? Yeah, whatever. That they exposed to the COVID virus, it means that they're developing immunity. Never mind the fact that people are going to die. And they say this, they're like, well, people are going to die anyway, so is what they say, the strongest will survive, shit like that. That's what they believe. So when they want to talk about safety, it is bullshit. Privacy, it is bullshit. Okay? It is the illusion that they want you to have in your mind. These people are not about safety. They're not about privacy. They don't believe it. You see, they believe in their safety. They believe in their privacy. But as far as you and I goes and everybody else, we don't have those things. So don't believe that bullshit when they want to talk about safety first. They're the ones that cause a lot of epidemics. They're the one that in the labs creating all sorts of disease, all of these things, right? And then release it onto the public, condition people to spread it, and then they want to come in on their white horses as if they're the savior. This is that savior mentality they have created because of religion. See, if you believe in religion, you believe in a savior, right? So that means that they are constantly traumatizing us, you and me, not just TIs, the general public, constantly keeping us through trauma-based mind control and trauma-based conditioning, right? And then come in after they cause a public panic, and then come in and say, look, we save you, we rescue you. Understand how this shit works. Okay? Understand this how this shit works. Do you understand that there are cures for diseases that they will never tell you about, that they have kept under lock and key? Because what? If they cure these diseases, that means that they can't make money off of it. Okay? And the ones that they can make money off of, right? They'll give a cure for that, because they got to cure some disease. But there are others that they have a cure for, but they're not going to give it to you or anybody else. They'll give it to themselves, but they won't give it to you or anybody else. Because again, they need to make money. Just as psychiatrists. Psychiatrists, see, they have to create mental illness within people in order for the psychiatric industry to function and for people to have certain professions. Certain professions are created, right? Because corporations, they find new ways to make money. They find new stream of revenue. So they got to create certain professions, certain industries, okay? And they will create the condition in order for them to create certain those type of industries. Okay? How many people out there understand that the CIA was creating multiple personalities within the CIA, and the CIA doctors were creating multiple personalities within people? How many of you know these things? Okay? Then they try to then they condition people to believe in alien abduction, that they're being experimented on by aliens. That was in case people would remember. Right? So when they experiment on you or what have you, they basically condition you to erase that memory, so that if you do, and in the future, if you do remember, you're going to they plant into your mind the alien abduction scheme. Okay? And like I said, if you wanted to know the truth, you gotta look for information outside of the United States, because the Russians were saying it. The Russians was like, you know, in the 50s and 60s, the whole alien scare, that was a CIA experiment. Okay? That was a CIA experiment to get people to believe in alien abduction, so that when they were being experimented on, right, whenever they have memory of it, they will be confused and thinking that they were abducted by aliens. No, it was the CIA. See, this is why they always put parading sometimes white vans and shit like that in front of me, what have you, or you're going to kidnap you and all this stuff. Hey, go ahead. I can't stop you from doing that. You know, you're the power that be. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the power to stop you. Just like I don't have the power to stop you from destroying my life, right? But what I can do is make people aware and to speak up about what's being done. And hopefully people will become more aware of what it is, and they will begin to become wiser and think more critically. Okay, and enough people will say, no, you can't do this anymore. See? So, you know, trying to give people a mindset in which they can think critically and they can understand, because they don't want that. They don't want the population, they don't want an educated population. They want an ignorant and an uneducated population. And those that have education, okay, they only have half of an education. Okay? The other half, they don't know nothing about. Anyway, I'm getting that my bus.